Frank Shamrock. He looks good with all that gold around his waist. It's a long time ago. A buddy of mine gave that to me to show to you guys real quick. This is Derek Evil. This is Addict MMA. I'm going to kind of do something different here for my predictions. I'm only going to talk about the main event at the StrikeForce coming up April 11th on Showtime. And honestly, guys, it's only because I couldn't find enough research on all the fighters on the card to give you a proper, full-on fight prediction. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend a little time talking about the main event fighters. Frank Shamrock versus Nick Diaz. Sure to be probably one of the most exciting fights we've got coming up in the next month or two. So here we go. Frank Shamrock. He's been out for about a year. Suffered a loss to Kung Lee, an arm breakage loss. That sucks. We all know injuries are horrible. So he's coming into this fight, I think, maybe a little rusty. Nick Diaz, in his last 3 victories, has shown out quite well with decisive TKO wins over his opponents. So here we go. We've got 2 very contrasting yet very in-your-face styles. We've got Frank Shamrock, who's just a beast. When he tries to hit you, he's not throwing punches and throwing punches. Frank Shamrock picks it and takes it. Bam! And he throws a kick, and he hits it, and he does it to destroy, and he picks his punches and kicks very, very intelligently. Nick Diaz, on the other hand, is in your face. He's pawing at you with that jab hand just to kind of get you, and then he hits you. And with Nick Diaz's punches, they're not necessarily full of power, yet they will get you. They'll knock you out. He throws so many of them, I think, sometimes just to kind of keep you busy, keep you moving, that when you do get hit with the one you don't see, the power and speed behind it has no matter. Because you just didn't see it coming, baby, and we all know that the one that knocks you out is the one you didn't see coming. So here we go. We got and on the ground, Frank Shamrock. You know, in his last fight that I saw, where it really went to the ground, other than the arm breakage to Kung Lee, he had suffered a disqualification loss earlier last year against Renzo Gracie at StrikeForce, and it was not an impressive fight on either end. You know, Frank did a lot of, smack talking after the fight, after he threw illegal knees to the back of the head of Renzo Gracie. They didn't look too aggressive. There's going to be a lot of questions about that. Did Renzo Gracie kind of fake being hurt so that he could get the victory? Who knows? Because it really wasn't going anywhere. But point being, Nick Diaz is very well on the ground as well. Very aggressive. So you put Frank Shamrock on his back, chances are he's not going to go far with it. He's just going to wait for you to do something wrong, or he's just going to lay there and complain that it was a wrestling match and that I'm here to fight. Well, either way, I'm picking Nick Diaz for this fight because he's going to stay moving. He's going to confuse Frank Shamrock. I think that maybe being out over the year with the injury has kind of taken a little bit away. He's maybe a little rusty. I know they always go back to training and they're always in the camps, but still it's a different atmosphere when you're in it. I'm going to have to say, rusty, maybe a little slower than he maybe usually will be. Nick Diaz still competing, looking good in his last 3 fights. I'm going to have to go with Nick Diaz. He's going to keep Frank busy. He might take a couple in the if Frank Shamrock lands punches, he's not a pushover. But he's going to keep him busy. I think maybe it'll go to the ground a little bit. They might scuffle. But this fight, to me, looks like it's just going to be a brawl for all. Just both guys throwing for the fences. Frank Shamrock, after the bird flipping, recently when Frank Shamrock tried to shake the hand of Nick Diaz, I mean, I don't like disrespect. I mean, none of us do. This is a very respectful sport, but at the same time, you gotta love it. You gotta love when 2 competitors get in each other's faces like that. Nick Diaz, I love the guy's attitude. If you're the top dog, then screw you, and that's how he feels about it. So I'm going to Nick Diaz on this one, guys. Disagree, agree, let me know. Nick Diaz. I'm out.